Last month, I looked at my banking app and noticed a $10,000 balance had earned exactly $14 in interest all year. Meanwhile, that same bank recently made over $92 billion off the gap between what it pays depositors and what it charges borrowers. Nobody hid this math in a secret vault. The financial system simply relies on a set of factory settings, default paths designed to quietly point your money toward their profit margins instead of your own. We generally assume you need a massive salary to retire early, but this scale shows the real weight. Income doesn't dictate your timeline like your savings rate does. The math is blunt. Saving 10% means working 51 years. Bump that to 25% and the timeline shrinks, deleting 19 years of alarm clocks. Reaching that high savings rate and making sure those savings actually reach you is an engineering problem. It requires changing 4 specific default settings to stop other people from skimming your future. The first step is identifying the invisible leaks where institutions are currently harvesting your potential interest. Standard savings accounts at the biggest banks pay roughly 0.01%. At the exact same time, high-yield accounts pay around 4%. That is 400 times the interest on the same dollar, carrying the exact same government protection. Then there is your employer 401k match. If a company offers 50 cents on the dollar, they are handing you a 50% instant return on your investment. Yet 1 in 4 workers leaves this free money on the table. The system is designed so that the people who most need this capital are the ones who find it hardest to claim. Flipping these first 2 switches immediately captures lost compound interest and absorbs free employer capital. It's an automatic raise that costs you nothing but 10 minutes of paperwork. Next, we have to address the silent drain of management fees. These costs pull wealth from your accounts invisibly before a monthly statement ever prints. Take $100,000 invested for 30 years. A fund charging a 2% fee will leave you with $240,000 less than a fund charging 0.1%. $250,000 vanishes, and you never even saw a bill. We are told these fees pay for professionals who pick winners, but the data says otherwise. Over 15 years, across 22 categories of U.S. stock funds, the number of categories where most professionals beat a basic index was 0. Once you stop paying unnecessary fees, you apply the tax code's most powerful tool, the health savings account. It's a provision sitting in plain sight on the IRS website that only 20% of eligible people actually use. The HSA offers a unique triple tax advantage. Your contributions are tax-deductible, the growth is tax-free, and medical withdrawals are tax-free. No other account in existence allows you to bypass taxes on all 3 levels. By eliminating exorbitant fees and legally dodging taxes, you create a multiplier effect. You aren't just saving more, you are ensuring every dollar you save works twice as hard. There is a major plot hole here. Most of this wealth is trapped in retirement accounts you can't touch until age 59 and a half without a heavy 10% penalty. To bypass this, the early retirement community utilizes a legal mechanism known as the Roth conversion ladder. Each year after you stop working, you convert 1 year's expenses from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. Since you have no salary, you pay very little tax on the move. 5 years later, that money becomes available penalty-free. By starting this 5-year ladder, you unlock your wealth decades early. This maneuver is the final bridge. It allows you to actually use the money you've optimized, effectively moving your retirement date forward by years. To see the impact, meet the Parkers. They earn the U.S. median income, taking home about $65,000 after taxes. Version A accepts the defaults, saving 9% and working until 61. Version B saves 32%, optimizing every cent. Because of this, version B is done at 54. That's 7 extra years bought back. Those 7 years aren't just a number. They represent 1,500 morning commutes and 300 Sunday nights where you no longer feel that low hum of dread. The financial industry assumes you will stay on factory settings. They earn more when you stay on the clock, which is why they have 0 incentive to show you a different path. Spend 1 hour tonight fixing your defaults. Claim the match, switch the bank, and swap your funds. Be the rounding error in their forecast and buy back a decade of your own future.